Hey guys, it's D-Man Swish here.
And I'm Tyler.
And welcome to Video Game Finds number 23. Now I said this time we were going to go to Mile High Flea Market. I said that in my last pickups video, and we did. And we did get quite a bit of stuff here. There's some stuff here that, most of it is really going to be like resale material, because I probably make pretty good money on it. But some of the stuff I will be keeping for the collection, but most of this stuff is going to be like resale stuff. So without further ado, let's get started with it. Alright, first here we've got, first before we went to Mile High Flea Market, I went to ARC, and I found, right here, it's a fat PS2 system, and it is, it came with two official black controllers here, both work. So there's those. Got the power cord and AV cables here. And then here's the console. It is missing the front door cover, but that's not too big of a deal. I mean, it still works great, and it's never been, or actually, yeah, this one has been opened before. The warranty sticker is missing on the back there, but it still works. And usually I don't take my chances on ones that have been opened, because that usually tells me that they needed to be opened for some reason. So I usually try to stay away from these, but I took a chance on it, and it works fine. This was $15, so very good with two controllers especially. So very happy with that. And that was the only thing we found before we went to Mile High Flea Market, and we went to Mile High Flea Market last weekend, so that was 2 weeks ago. So now we'll get on to the Mile High Flea Market stuff. First here we have, I guess I can show this, I don't know, we'll show it in increments, I guess. Doesn't really matter, because it all came from the same place. But yeah, we have another PS2 console. This one also came with two Sony brand controllers here. One of them got really hot or something one day and melted, because the bottom handle here is like melted inward, so I'm pretty sure it got melted somehow, but it still works. Both these controllers work very well, so I'm not too worried about that. And then this one also came with the AV and power cables here. And then the console here, it's just a little scratched on top, but nothing too big. It's got the front plate on it, and it's never been opened. And this one was $20, I believe. I think this one was $20. This was the first one we picked up there. And yes, I said first one. There are several of these actually that we got there. So, but yeah, this one was $20, and it came with two controllers, so that was a very good deal. And usually I can probably think about getting maybe $40, depending, give or take, on the PS2's units with a controller. But if I put games and stuff with them, I could probably make a little bit more. But so yeah, I should be able to do pretty well with these. And then here we have yet another PS2, and it's the big one again. And it came with the one Oceanic Blue controller here, and that one works very well as well. And it came with the AV and power cords here. This one, something got spilt on the front of this PS2, because the cord here is covered in like purple. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's like, it smells like bleach or something. I don't know what it is, but it did not affect the unit, because I did plug it in and it did work. I didn't realize it till after I purchased it. This happened to be the last one we purchased, I remember now, of the day. And it has like purple in it. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but it's got like, it's in the vents, but I cleaned it out as much as I possibly could. It's never been opened, so I mean, it still works great, so it's just kind of there. But this one was $20 as well, so $20 PS2s is a really good deal, especially when they come at least with a controller and cords. So very cool. Next here, I'll go ahead and show these. One of them, I guess, at a time. This was from a completely different booth at a different time in the day, but it's Super Paper Mario on Nintendo Wii, and this one is complete, and it's in very good shape. I had a case and manual only for this game, and I need just the disc, but since this was there, I decided to pick it up. It was $8. They were asking $10, and I got it for $8, and that's a very good deal for this game. I think this is like a $15 to $20 game, depending where you buy it from, but yeah, that's a really good deal for this game, so very cool. So there's that. Do you want to show a couple things real quick? We've got a couple small things from there as well that Tyler would like to show.
Okay, so this was the first thing that I spotted. It was kind of like just on a table, and I kind of just like, I barely saw just the head of it, and it was really lucky because I found it, like, we were just going to walk by it, but...
Yeah, I had no idea it was even there. I'm kind of glad he went with me because he saw it, and I had no idea it was even there. And it's pretty cool.
And that is a Toad Mario Kart 8 McDonald's toy.
And that's pretty cool because, you know, usually we don't get toys and stuff, but it was very cool to just be sitting there, and he noticed it, and that was $1. So, I mean, not too big a deal, but that's like really cool to get something like that from the flea market like that. So very cool. What about the other one there?
The other toy that we got was it was a Hot Wheels car, but the cool thing about it was for Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I heard that they made those for different like you know, games and stuff in the for Hot Wheels and all that, and that one just, you know, happened to be laying on a table full of cars and stuff, and Tyler found that one as well, so another $1. I mean, that's not a bad deal at all. Very cool, so be cool to add to the collection. So very awesome. Alright, the next thing here is another game. This one I already own, so I'll be reselling it, but it's Spyro Ripto's Rage for PlayStation, and it's very odd. Like, they made their own like artwork cover for it. It's missing the manual, obviously, but it came in a PlayStation 2 case, so I'll be keeping the PlayStation 2 case and selling the game in like a CD case or something, and then probably just tossing the insert because it's basically just a piece of computer paper with color on it. So, but this was $3, not a bad deal. I could probably, you know, flip it for a few bucks, so not bad. So there's that. And then this was found the second or third time around. When it was
our third time.
It was like I think it was our third time we went around. It was not there in the morning. We happened to walk by this booth again, like later on in the afternoon, and this game was sitting there, and it's for the Nintendo 64, and that is Mario Kart 64. And this game right here is going up in value very quickly. In the past few months, it's gone up very, very high. I think average now is like $35–40. And I paid $12 for this. They were asking $15, and I talked them down to $12. So not a bad deal at all for Mario Kart 64. So yeah, really cool. So that I already own that, so I'll be able to sell that for a pretty good amount. And then this is kind of just random. It's just kind of thrown in there, but we found this laying on a table. It was like from an old gaming booth people that, you know, were trying to clear out their stuff. And it is a hard case, official Nintendo case, and it has a manual for Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest. And it's a pretty worn manual, but it's all there and everything. But in the case is very good shape and stuff. So $1 for that. I mean, really good deal. I mean, the case alone's worth that. So very cool to have a manual in there as well and all that. So that's very cool. All right, next we have here a couple of things that I found at a booth. These were both together for $11, so however you want to figure it, $5.50 each, 6 and 5. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But first here, I got a official Nintendo brand Nintendo GameCube power brick here, and one of the prongs that you plug into the wall was completely bent downward, and I didn't realize that till after I bought it. But when I got home, I just kind of straightened it with a pair of pliers, and it plugged in fine, and it works. So very cool. Very glad to get another one of those. And also what I found there was a official Nintendo brand Super Nintendo controller. And this was very disgusting. Like, it was covered in like dirt and sticky goober, I guess you want to call it. It was very gross. I mean, it was like, I didn't really want to even hold it just because it was so gross. But I bought it because I know these are getting harder to find. So it's another one to add to the collection because you can never go out with too many controllers. So yeah, so $11 for the power cord in that controller. Really good deal. Those Super Nintendo controllers can go for like $15, give or take. So very cool. So glad to find that. Next, I guess we can show these. There was a guy there that that was one of our first stops. We were, you know, we asked him if he had any video game stuff because he had a bunch of like electronics and stuff like DVD players. What else? Like stereo systems, computer stuff. And we asked him if he had any video game stuff, and he said he might have. And what we did basically, he had like a storage unit kind of thing there. And what I did was, he said he had a bag full of controllers and stuff, and said he didn't know where they were, but he ended up asking me if I wanted to help him kind of like bring some of his stuff out of the storage unit thing and lay it out and stuff so we could go through it. And I ended up helping him like do that. Like I got most of his stuff out with him, so it took like a good half hour. But we did not come across any controllers that he was talking about. But what we did see was one of his bins did have a couple controllers in it. And they were really wrapped up. I mean, this was like a rat's nest of cords. Like, I mean, it was a big mess. It took me like 10 minutes to get these controllers out because it was not, they were not easy to get out. They were all tangled up. But first here I got 2 official black Sony PlayStation 2 controllers here. Don't necessarily need them, but they come in handy for more consoles, which gives a hint for what I'm going to show next. But these they both work. They're in very good shape. And then there was one more that he handed us last minute that we did not have to dig out. It was just kind of laying there. But these are fairly hard to find, and they're sought after by a lot of people. But that is the Crimson White Sony official brand PlayStation 2 controller. Very good shape. It was a little dirty when I got it, but I cleaned it up, and me and Tyler freaked out because we had never seen one before. I mean, even our local game store, Games Ahoy, has never had one of these before. And I thought at first it was like a generic one, but then I saw the Sony brand logo on it. So then I knew it was real, and it was awesome. So what he offered us to, he usually does, like, this was already a good deal already. He usually asks like $2 to $3 a controller. But since I helped him out with getting all of his stuff out of his storage unit with him, he did $5 for all 3 controllers. And that is a really good deal, especially for the white one, because that one is very hard to find, so very exciting. So that's that. Next, I guess I'll show these. These 4 here came from the same booth 2 different times. We bought 2 of them at a different time, and then we came back and bought 2 more. But that is, oh god, they're heavy. There's 4 PlayStation 2s here. There's 3 fat ones, and then there's the silver slim one on top. And one of them, as you can see, does have a memory card in it. 8MB, official Sony brand. He threw that one in there. The deal with these ones is these were all consoles only, and he usually sells them at like 25, 30, I think, what was it, 25 I think with cords and stuff, and 15 without cords and stuff. And I said, you know what, I have plenty of cords and stuff at home, so I asked him if he would do, he had them all bundled with cords and stuff. I asked him if he'd sell with consoles only, and he said sure. So I ended up buying 4 of them from him, so these were $15 each. They all work, they all have never been opened. The only problem here is the silver one here only works when it wants to. It's kind of weird. It chooses what games it wants to play and which ones it doesn't. It's very odd. I mean, I played several games on different units, and they all work on most of them, and then it doesn't work on the silver one. It just makes no sense. But most of the time it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But still, I mean, really good deal for 4 PS2s. That's $15 each. I mean, that's $60, so not a bad deal. And what else? Oh yeah, some of these had games in them that he did not know about, and I didn't know about either, because he can't really open them without power cords and stuff at the place, at the flea market. So that's what happened there. But these were all 3 of these games were inside 3 of those consoles. First one here is Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and that one works. Need for Speed Underground 2. That one works. And the last one here is Tony Hawk's Underground, and that one also works. So all 3 of those work. I decided to put them in CD cases because I didn't want to leave them just in the consoles. But so yeah, those were basically just bonuses that were in there. So very cool to find those when I got home. What else? Oh, do you want to show the Game Boy game?
Sure. So there was this one guy that had this like huge, like it was pretty big. He had a pretty big booth. I was just standing there looking around, and there was this one random lady that goes there a lot apparently, and she said that this guy gives really good deals, and I was like, that's a good heads up. I really think that, because then she said that like a lot of his stuff is like really cheap, so that gave me, like, it made me dig a lot more, made me, like...
Yeah, like, it gave us more of a, you know, an idea that he might have something good and we could get it for a really good deal. So, we were digging, and then we found one Game Boy game. There was some PlayStation 1 controllers and stuff, but I didn't really want them because I'd rather have PS2 controllers more or less than the PS1 controllers. But we did find one Game Boy game, and he sold it to us for $1, and that is...
Krusty's Funhouse.
So yeah, I have that one on the NES, and now I have it on Game Boy as well. So
I played it for a couple minutes. It's not
the best game,
yeah,
but I mean it's a Game Boy game that I didn't have. So, and for $1 I can't really pass that up. So very cool. All right, the next thing here is this one's pretty funny. Kind of disappointed about this one, but what I have here is a jet black Nintendo GameCube here. And to be honest with you, this is the very first thing that we saw in the morning. It was fairly chilly in the morning. I mean, it was cold enough to where there was frost on top of this. Like, we had to brush it off and everything. And it has a, what is this, a 1019 block official GameCube memory card here. That was in there with it. And it also had, in there, it had a copy of Super Monkey Ball. I put it in a CD case, keep it separate. But the story is here is we didn't buy it first time around because it didn't have any cords or anything. That's where I got the idea to go find that GameCube power cord that I showed you a little bit ago. But what happened was we went around a second time. We decided to buy it from them. They were asking $15, and I got them down to $10. And the disappointment was we also when we got around the second time, it came with a they had the wrong cord for it, but it came with a Nintendo 64 power cord. And this works very well, and I'm glad for that because I could always use extras of those. But the disappointment was when I got home, the GameCube does not load games. And I don't know if they knew that or not, but it was a very big disappointment because I was hoping for it to work because I found one in a dumpster and it worked. And then this one doesn't even look that bad, and yet it doesn't work. So, unfortunately, I lost a bit on that, but I mean... And also the Super Monkey Ball, it has like an indent on the front of it, and I didn't notice that either. And that doesn't work either. So basically I have a useless GameCube, useless copy of Super Monkey Ball, but I do have a good working memory card and a good working power cord for the 64. So I guess $10 for those two things I guess isn't too bad, but it could have been better. But I mean, I guess I could use the GameCube for a display model or something, I don't know. But there's that, unfortunately, but... I mean, it wasn't too big a deal because it wasn't a whole lot of money, so I am thankful for that. So, not too big a deal. Alright, next thing here. This was from a booth that opened up later on that we didn't see the first time around. We went around the second time they were open. This was all, what was it, $12? I think it was $12 for all three of these. We got two more Nintendo GameCube power cords here. And then one... Platinum Silver GameCube official controller here. And so $12 for those three is a very good deal because the controllers themselves can go for around $20 and the cords are like, you know, 10 to 12 depending. So very good deal. Very excited to find those. They were originally asking $5 a piece for the cords, and they said they'll just do 2 for $5 because those are the only two GameCube cords that they had. So very cool. And then the last thing here to show you from Mile High to top it off. This is a very, very rare controller for PlayStation 2, and I ended up showing you guys one, or we did a couple of videos ago or so, that we got from our local Games Ahoy game store. And this time we found one out in the wild, and I would have thought I'd never see two of them, you know, and have two of them. But that is it's the yellow PS2 controller here, official Sony brand. And this is, yet again, Japanese import, like the one I showed before, or the other yellow one that I have. They're both, I think, were imports. Usually you couldn't get these in stores, I don't think. I think you had to specially order them. But to find one in the wild is a very cool thing because you usually never see these. I never knew existed, and then we finally saw one at Games Ahoy, and then we go out and find one ourselves out in the wild. And this one was $10, a very good deal because the other one we got was it was $40, but we got it with gift cards, so it was potentially free to us. So I basically could say I got both of these for $5 a piece. This one and the other one that I own. So very cool. Very excited. Very cool to get another one of these. So I was very happy. Alright, now we have the last bit of stuff here. This is from stuff from this morning, actually. We went out garage sailing and stuff. We didn't find a whole lot of video game stuff, unfortunately, but it was still a pretty good day, I guess. But first thing we did, we went to our local Games Ahoy's dumpster, because they usually throw stuff out. But first thing here is the Wii game controller cover here. Very cool. That was free. Usually at Goodwill and stuff, they ask like $1 to $2 for these. It's ridiculous. So just get a free one instead out of the dumpster. So there's that. And then we found 2 more empty cases, or what we thought were empty. One of these actually has a game in them. And that would be Tomb Raider, the first one on PlayStation. And it looks like it has no defects or anything. I don't know if they mistakenly threw this out or what, because it looks completely fine. And it looks like it would play just fine. So I don't understand why they threw it out. But that was laying outside of the dumpster. Like they dumped it, but they missed the dumpster. I don't know. But there's that. And then we just got another empty case. So basically I use these for like disc-only PS2 games and stuff like that, or whatever. So very cool. Found 2 more cases and a free game. So not a bad deal. I already own Tomb Raider, but I could possibly just sell that with a PlayStation 2 console or something. So not bad. Do you want to show what you got at the garage sale this morning?
Sure.
Tyler's a fairly big Hot Wheels collector. He likes all the Hot Wheels stuff, especially the older ones, and like the packages and all that. So we ended up going to this garage sale, and he found a couple pretty cool things.
Yeah, so I'll show. Okay, so there's a couple like of gift packs in here, and then I have like just the singular ones. But I got 3 singular ones here. 2 of these are the same, but they're different years. They're both Porsche 959s. So
the guy that we got them from, I think, was a collector for like Porsche and stuff. So he liked those kind of cars and stuff. So that was really cool.
Yeah. So this one is 2001, and this one is 2000. So
yeah. So they're much older than what you'd see at like Walmart and stuff like that. So very cool.
And then this one's newer, but it's still a Porsche. Or no, it's just. Yeah, no, it's a Ferrari, sorry. A Ferrari Spider. This one is 2011. So it's kind of newer, but still brand new, so.
I mean, yeah, cool to see those.
And he threw this one in, so.
Yeah, that's probably why that was like the only new one that we got. So he said if you buy them and leave one, you might as well just take one and I'll just throw it in. So that's what he basically did. So. And
then one of the gift packs here is Ferraris, and there's 5 of them in here. And this is the year 2001.
And that one was pretty cool, but this one's older, so I thought this one was even
this one's
cooler.
the oldest one, and I think my favorite one. This is the one I first saw, so I found this one really cool. So another 5 set for Ferraris, and this one is 1993.
And it's all original. I don't think it's ever been opened, and they're all
they're all sealed. So
that's really cool.
So yeah, it was $7.
Yeah, so $7 for all those, and he threw that one in free, so it would have been like $7.50 because he was asking 50 cents a piece for the loose ones, and then like $3 a piece for the big gift ones. But so $7, really cool deal. Can't pass that up, especially when he likes those. So, and the last thing here, it's a set of movies here, and very, very funny movies. I do recommend them if you guys haven't seen them yet, but I'm pretty sure most people have seen this already. But it is the Ace Ventura collection. It has Pet Detective and When Nature Calls on DVD, and it also came with the bonus cartoon one. That's all complete. One is missing like the insert overlay for the disc, but other than that, it's all complete, and they all look fairly good. They're a little scratched and a little dusty, but I mean, they should play. They're DVDs. They can handle it. So, but 50 cents for this at a garage sale. So very cool. I do own Pet Detective on DVD, but I didn't have Nature Calls on DVD, so just got that all in one set here for 50 cents. So very cool. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this pickups video. I know there's a lot of, basic stuff. I know there wasn't yet again, like really no games to add to the collection. It's getting pretty scarce around here. It's getting kind of scary because we didn't really find any game stuff this morning. Even like that game stuff we found this morning was from our game store's dumpster. I mean, we didn't even find anything from like Goodwill, Ark, anything. So it's getting kind of hard. The competition's getting pretty heavy nowadays for game collecting. So a lot of the stuff is going to be, you know, either from, you know, flea market, or you might have to start buying stuff off, you know, eBay. I mean, it's going to be hard. But hopefully next video we'll try to find more video game stuff that, like, games that we want to add to the collection. So, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing. Really helps us out. It's been so fun with this journey so far with the game stuff, so I hope you guys keep liking it, enjoying it. I love doing it. We love doing it. So, till next time, guys, we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.